A large and growing number of countries are steaming ahead with development and deployment of central bank digital currencies. And while crypto assets, including stablecoins, have had their ups and downs, they're not going away. The international payments system needs to be improved. We need to make it cheaper, quicker, and easier.
What do you think of a Bitcoin ETF as an investment tool for your customers?
Tyler, we won't be pursuing a Bitcoin ETF. Just like we don't use gold as an asset class for our clients. So it's not that people can't invest in there. We just look at asset classes for, what belongs in a long-term portfolio, what has intrinsic value, has cash flows to it, and those are the asset classes we steer people towards. And so we don't go towards Bitcoin or gold or any other of those stable assets.
Change your mind. What would it take for you to change your mind? We don't plan to, and we don't, we're not going to change our minds around this unless the asset class changes. Yep. Why? First of all, we don't believe it belongs. Like a Bitcoin ETF belongs in a long-term portfolio. Someone's saving for their retirement. It's a speculative asset.
That's exactly it.
And the funds that we offer invest in asset classes that actually have underlying cash flow. So
going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And very much a traditionalist. I like staying with the dollar. You know that from when I was there. It's make the dollar the choice. I hate when countries go off the dollar. I would not allow countries to go off the dollar, because when we lose that standard, that will be like losing a revolutionary war. That will be a hit to our country, just like losing a war. And we can't let that happen. And too many countries now are fighting to get off the dollar. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So like I told you, I definitely see a big pullback in the first quarter. Then the master magician set up a distraction so the Fed can cut rates, and then we move up. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back. We had Solana pumping. We had meme coins pumping. And don't forget, on the weekend, we're the only game in town. But this week is going to be a roller coaster ride because we have Jerome in the house. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are up. We have the dollar, which is up. We have volume in crypto, which is down. And we have Tether and USDC. And then we have the Fed, repo at $413 billion. And we see the Fed really taking away the safety blankets. And that means that liquidity is going to shrink. That means that Bitcoin, cryptos, and stocks are going to be pulling back. We saw yield rates make a big move up. We know, as Jerome is speaking, yield rates are going to be volatile, but we know we're definitely going to be creeping up as far as yield rates. We also know this is an election year, so they want the markets to at least look decent until the end of the year. But in March, we're already seeing a big pullback in stocks like Tesla And we still have 2 more weeks in March. And like I stated in the first quarter, guys, we always get a good pullback. And then on top of it, this week, what happens, guys, we have March Madness right as Jerome Powell and the Fed is in the house. So, guys, remember, these dates are selected. Everybody's going to be distracted on other things while Jerome Powell is giving one of the most important speeches of the year. Yes, it's unbelievable. But remember, guys, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the spot Bitcoin ETFs on Friday. BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale, of course, pulled back. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have U.S. manufacturing firms are flocking into the metaverse. And remember, guys, it's time to build. We already know the Middle East and the emerging markets are already set up for the metaverse. And we know the fourth industrial revolution, all the technology is already ready. Remember when we had the C word, Zoom was working for everyone. The reason why is because the technology was over 10 years old. It was tried and tested. And remember, the NWO believes in that 10-year manifestation period. And remember, when it comes to technology, it can be used for good or evil. And there's nothing new under the sun. And then lastly, guys, we have Vanguard CEO Tim Buckley, which we know is going to be retiring at the end of the year. Now, even though he's been working for Vanguard for over 33 years, he's only been CEO since 2018. Guys, we know that is a dream job. That's what you work up to. You're not going to retire after 5 years. Well, this is going to be his 6th year. But that's the type of job you ride out until you're in your 70s. But Tim Buckley has stated that Vanguard will not offer the Bitcoin spot ETF. And we know this is nothing but the Hegelian dialectic. Like we see JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon talking about Bitcoin, but as a participant when it comes to BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF. Remember, guys, you have to have the two sides in order to move the agenda forward. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. Guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate. Not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
it's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.